In order to become the person that you've always wanted to be, you have to first step into the identity of what it means to be that person. If you want to be a successful businessman, you have to know deep down that you're capable of handling the stress and the hard times that come with that. If you want to be a professional athlete, you first have to train and show up each and every single day and have the confidence to be like that. If you want to be absolutely anything in this world, you first have to step into these shoes and act as if you already were that person. Everywhere I see people that are just LARPing. They're going around saying that they are this magical thing, but they're creating cognitive dissonance in their mind because they're not who they portray themselves to be. You see, when you look around on social media and you see these people portraying themselves as someone who is an amazing figure, someone who is spreading positivity, someone who is spreading light on the world, but then deep down, you know them and you meet them and you see how they actually interact in their day to day life, and you see that they're not really about it, you realize that a lot of people are just faking it. A lot of people are just doing things for the camera. A lot of people aren't actually who they say they are. A lot of people aren't genuine whatsoever. And so it's hard to distinguish what's real from what's fake on social media. And I have even had trouble with this completely. Like in my early days of trying to get into the whole online money space, I got scammed by a bunch of gurus. I got scammed by a bunch of people who thought they were one thing but weren't actually that. Like they were selling info and they were selling programs that were absolute dog shit, and that got me nowhere where I wanted to be, even though I was the one that was putting in the work. I was putting in more work than absolutely every single person that was in that program, and on paper, I was supposed to be the one that was winning, but I wasn't. And then I started asking around everyone that was also in the programs, and I was like, are you winning? No, I'm not winning. Are you seeing results from this? No, I'm not seeing results from this. Are you happy with what you got? No, I'm not happy. So it's like, it's so easy to get tricked into just buying the lifestyle, right? Like these people show you the fancy cars, the fancy watches, the Miami penthouse, and they're like, just buy the lifestyle. Like they sell you on the dream. They sell kids that are hungry for more within their life, that are hungry to get after it. And then you go ahead and you get their stuff and you realize, wow, these guys are fucking scammers, like pieces of shit. Like they're not selling anything worthwhile. And it's easy to see that, but in my opinion, sometimes that's necessary. Sometimes you have to get tricked and you have to get fooled in order to learn the lessons that you need to learn in order to get to the next level. Because like I went through those experiences and those opportunities and blew all the money that I made while I was working down in the city when I was 19, 20 years old. And I could have just been like, damn, this online money stuff isn't for me. Damn, like all this stuff isn't going to work out. Damn, I should just go and figure out something else. But I didn't. I didn't do that. And I doubled down and I found out what I was good at, and I'm doing what it is that I'm good at now. And it's like I'm not the most successful guy in the world. I don't have all the money in the world, but I'm making more than I was making a couple months ago. A couple months ago, I had $200 to my name, and I just like I don't want to share because like I'm not that type of guy who's going to come on here and flex how much money I'm making. But I'm making good money, and it's happening fast, and it's growing quicker, and it's getting faster, and it's moving very quick, and like things are happening. Like I just got equity in a company at 21 years old, which is crazy to even say, and I had $300 to my name a couple months ago. Like what even is that, right? But it's easy for someone to sit down and watch a video like this and be like, damn, I'm not doing enough. Damn, I should be there. Damn, I should deserve this. But it's like you gotta put in the work, you gotta put in the effort, you gotta fail, you gotta fail, you gotta fail, 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 fail until finally something breaks through and you just get your break and things will just start to soar. And it's not easy. It doesn't happen overnight like everyone tries to trick you into thinking. It's not gonna be an overnight success. Like it takes time. And like it takes time and you go through challenges, but those challenges are there in order to make you to the person that you need to become in order to get to that next level. So you trying to speed around the entire process and get everything that you want overnight is actually you holding yourself back because you're not going to be able to learn all the things that you need to learn in order to get to that next level. Because if you just get to that next level and you didn't go through all that hardship and all that pain and all those things that were in the way in order to like condition you, you're going to get to the top and you're going to be like, oh, whatever, this is what it is. They're not going to appreciate it. And like that's why a lot of people, when they're born with money and they're born with an amazing life and they're born with everything handed to them, they don't appreciate anything. They're not present. They're always looking for the next thing. They're always looking for the next hit of dopamine. Like they're never satisfied with where they're at in life. But like when you come from not much and you truly work your ass off to get what it is that you want out of life, everything is so magical. The world is magical. Life is magical. You realize that there are doors that can be opened just from pure hard work, dedication, and relentless effort and relentless consistency to the craft and continuing to show up each and every single day and continuing to get better no matter what happens. And for me, one of the most important things that has happened in my life is seeing the impact that I've had on others, seeing the impact I've had on family members, seeing the impact that I've had on friends, seeing the impact I've had on people just through social media. Whether it's inspiring someone to get up early one day and go to the gym, whether it's inspiring someone to start posting content on social media, whether it's to inspire someone to just like do better. it is amazing, and it is the best feeling in the entire world that no money could ever amount to. And also just being able to like pay for stuff, like that is like the most amazing thing I've ever come across, I've ever felt. It's just being like, okay, I can pay for this now comfortably. Like I'm going to take out my girlfriend out to dinner tonight, we're going to go to a nice restaurant, and I don't even care, I don't have to worry about like putting my card down like I used to, like I did my entire life. And it feels so amazing. But it's like you could also fall into this trap, right? There's this trap where if you kind of come from like scarcity and like you're always trying to pinch pennies and you're always trying to save money, which like I get it. I get it. Trust me, I get it. But it's if you keep that with you and you always are scarce and like you're always trying to hold on to everything that you get and you're so afraid of like spending and so afraid of experiences, like you got to let yourself be loose. Because in my opinion, the way I look at it is like this. I heard a guy talk about it the other day too. It's like we're so young and we're working so hard and we're making this money, but we're not just making this money to hold on to it. We're making this money so that we can absolutely maximize our life experience. We're making this money so that we could absolutely live the best possible lives that we could live and just truly maximize our existence. And me being stingy and not wanting to do anything at this age and just trying to sit in my room all day and work and not spend a dollar, like I guess it could be, I guess it could work, but I think in my opinion, me taking all the gifts that I'm getting right now and reinvesting it into myself, investing it into amazing experiences with my girlfriend and with my family, being able to pay for dinners when I'm with friends and when I'm with people that are doing more, and being able to show them that I'm not attached to this physical dollar amount. I'm attached to the outcome. I'm attached to the process of getting better each and every single day. That is what I'm after. I'm not after a certain dollar amount. I'm not after a car. I'm not after a big house. I'm not after a watch. I'm not after all these material, worldly things. I'm after maximizing the human experience and truly making relationships with people and truly doing something that is absolutely extraordinary and leaving a legacy when I leave this world. That is one of the biggest, most amazing things I think anyone can ever do. Is leave a legacy. It's have an impact. It's do something that leaves a mark on the world. Like when I study the greatest entrepreneurs of all time, when I study Steve Jobs, when I study Elon Musk, when I study all these amazing people who have done all these amazing things, these great entrepreneurs, these great founders, like they had real world impact. It's not about how much money they had. It's about the things that they created. It's about the impact that they had on the world. You see Steve Jobs, and he just did this amazing thing by creating Apple, and he was so dedicated and he was so focused and he was so relentless and he sacrificed so much, and like his name lives on and his legacy lives on. It's the same thing with Elon Musk. He was so dedicated to the craft, he was so focused, and even when he got his first payout from selling PayPal for I think it was like $200 million, he took all that money and dumped it into SpaceX and Tesla and pretty much had nothing. He was borrowing money for rent, he was going through the ringer. He had nothing to his name, but he was so relentless and he was so dedicated and he was so obsessed, not with the actual physical material items, but with the outcome, with the desired dream, with the state and the idea of getting to Mars, of getting to space, of making space travel more accessible for people. He was obsessed with that idea. He wasn't obsessed with the actual dollar amount. He was obsessed with the idea and the things that he could bring into the world and the things that he could create. And like that's what we need more of. We need more creators, we need more artists, we need more intuitive people around that can actually start to bring things into life from their mind and truly make something extraordinary out of this entire world, right? Like we don't need more just millionaires who kind of sit on their ass all day and kind of, have a chill life. Like yeah, that's cool, whatever, you're building cool stuff, maybe you're just like a scumbag who's in some lucrative ass business model. But like what we need is we need visionaries. We need people that inspire the younger generation. We need people that are relentless. We need people that are so excited to wake up and do the thing every single day. We need people that are willing to pour into others. We need people that are willing to be creative. We need people that are willing to go the other way. And I think that's one of the most important things in this world is being able to go the other way, being able to say no to the societal norms, being able to say no to what truly is not for you, and being able to double down and say yes on everything that is for you, being able to double down and say yes on everything that aligns with the person that you want to become, being able to double down and say yes on being the best possible version of yourself. Because at the end of the day, this whole game of entrepreneurship is just a game of self-actualization, of becoming the best possible version of yourself, of self-improvement, right? It's not about this whole like just make money and go disappear and move to Miami and do all this stuff. Like no, it's about maximizing the human experience. It's about creating opportunities for others. It's about leading others. It's about showing people that there's another light in this life. It's about showing people that there's more in this life. Because me as a kid going to high school, going to college, like seeing all this stuff going to work in the city for 2 years. It's like that is miserable to me, bro. I understand people want to provide for their families, and I respect that, and I respect that a lot. But it's like it's not for me, and I know that. So I'm gonna do my best to be able to get myself out of that position and do something that I'm passionate about. And it's not even just about working. Like I'm fine with working, but when I'm working towards something that I don't truly care about, that rips my soul out of my body. But when I'm working on something that I'm truly passionate and I truly care about, it gives me energy. And when it gives me energy, I can pour that energy back into other people and create more opportunities and create a better life for everyone that's around me. And that's what I'm going for. I'm not going for material items. I'm going for that feeling of being energized, of being alive, of being able to change this world. That's what I'm going for.